Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing the UFC honors thing. Today I'm going to be doing what is the best knockout of 2021 KO of the year. It says down here UFC. I have my opinion. This is not just what I think people think, blah blah blah. This is my opinion of every KO. I watched the whole thing. This was an official MMA channel when I posted. I think I started in June, UFC 263. But I watched the whole thing. I watched every event. I watched the early prelims to the main event. I watched everything, and I seen all the KOs, and I rewatched some of them. And I have my top 5 KO of the year. Tomorrow we're gonna do submission, and I think we're gonna post 2 tomorrow because I missed yesterday. But KO of the year today. Tomorrow I'll do submission of the year, and I'll do robberies. I'll do this one, KO of the year, submission of the year tomorrow. I'll do best fight of the year tier list. Not tier list. Well, this is not tier list, but it's just this is the only way I can describe what my opinion of the KO is. But we're gonna do submission of the year. This one, submission of the year, and I'll do robberies, greatest fights of the year, and I'll do at the very end. I don't know yet, but I will post it. But starting with, this is the big one, but starting with, in my opinion, number 5, Derek Lewis versus, by the way, this is my opinion. This is my opinion. You can judge me all you want. My opinion and what I've seen. Derek Lewis versus Curtis Blades, in my opinion, was a brutal KO, flatline KO, out cold. I rewatched it again. It was around. Lewis didn't even hit him with his a knuckle or his punch on the chin. It was his wrist. That's how much power Lewis has. Recently, just bounced back against Chris Dawkins in the last fight of the year. I think this is number 5. I was maybe thinking Ngannou Miocic in there, but Miocic, not Miocic. Stipe Miocic. I'll explain at the end. It isn't here, and I'll explain some of these roads KO as well. But these are the main ones. I'll have some honorable mentions at the end. But this, I think, it deserves to be in the top 5. This was brutal. Out cold. The way Blades fell, I think that was more so because of it. And that's why it should be in top 5. It was the wrist. It wasn't the punch, which is gonna ruin it. It was the wrist that knocked Blades out cold, and we couldn't really see it. It was kind of dark because it was it was in that it was just not, you couldn't really see it because it was just, they were so close together because you can't really see it. Couldn't see Blade's chin, but he doesn't really have a chin anymore after that one, especially. I know he just bounced back against Rosenstrike, but still, it's Rosenstrike. Rosenstrike does nothing, man. But it definitely deserves to be in this video in the top 5. I know it's kind of weird, but the way Blades fell deserves to be right at the top. Not at the top here. You probably might know what that is, but top 5. Lewis versus Blades. I think it deserves to be top 5. Not KO of the year, but I think it deserves to be in the top 5. Great win from Lewis. Brutal KO. And yeah, moving on to number 4. My opinion. I don't even know what this is. What is this? Oh, I know. Yuri Prohaska versus Dominic Reyes. My opinion deserves to be number 4. It was a brutal KO from Yuri Prohaska. I rewatched it again. It was good. It was very good. It was an awesome spinning elbow, but again, it's gonna be held back by these. I think number 3 is gonna hold it back. Number 2 slightly. Number 1, no. This was the best one. 2, no. These 2, but I think it got held back by 3. Reyes was kind of beat up before. It wasn't. If it was out of nowhere, then I think it'd be probably at the, higher up the list. But come on, Reyes was already beat up enough. It was a good scrap. Reyes was landing good shots, rocked Yuri a little bit, but he was the one getting beat up the most and one taking the damage and one losing the fight and getting pressured by Yuri Prohaska. And Prohaska eventually got the elbow, missed the first one to him turning around, landing the elbow on the chin, right on the chin, or I don't even know if it was on the chin, like on the head, skull landed on the skull of Dominic Reyes. But the way Reyes fell, it has to be above, has to be on this list, and it deserves to be on there. Brutal KO. The Reyes fell on his neck. I rewatched it. It was brutal. That's probably why he's taking a lot of time off. And a good win from Yuri Prohaska, got the win there. And yeah, it was brutal KO. Great win. And yeah, Prohaska, it's getting held back by number 3. It's getting held back by number 3 because Reyes was already beat up. If this was out of nowhere, that would have been really crazy, and I think it'd probably be maybe KO of the year. Depends how Reyes was out cold here, though. Reyes was brutally out cold, and Yuri got the win. Great win from Yuri there. Moving on to number 3, in my opinion, which I think is a good KO, but I might get some hate here. Kamaru Usman's win over Jorge Masvidal by KO, out cold. We're gonna explain a bit here. Why it's not a number? Why people are totally like, why why is it not number 1? Why is it not number 1? You'll understand when you see these. But by the shocker and the name value and all the stuff, all the stuff in the heat, like all the this was a lot on the line and a lot of heat on this. I think championship, this was the best championship KO. And yeah, brutal KO from Kamaru Usman, knocks Jorge Masvidal completely out cold. And the punch was good, and I liked it. I rewatched it. At first, I was like, I was freaking out. I was like, oh my god, he flatlined him. But like, I don't know. It was a good KO from Usman, very good win, knocked him out cold, finished Jorge Masvidal, and kind of ended his career as well. But yeah, I don't think you'll understand these two when we get to them. But Kamaru Usman was at number 3. You should be grateful you're in this video. And these KOs were brutal, and I think you're better than these two. If Yuri knocked out Reyes just playing with a spinning elbow without Reyes even taking damage, I still think Usman's a bit better because the punch, and Yuri was good, but tiny bit messy, I think. But Usman was just like a your guard's up, take your left hand down, boom, down the pipe, out cold. Drop a like if you want me to do a Kamaru Usman highlights and greatest knockouts like I did with Ngannou, and I'll do other champions like Oliveira, Teixeira, but maybe not Teixeira because he had his career a long time. But actually maybe Teixeira, I don't know. But I'll definitely do Oliveira and Usman if you drop a like on this video and subscribe if you can. But yeah, Usman, definitely good KO. Knocked Jorge Masvidal out cold, and it was good. And it was out of nowhere. Jorge was good, landing a shot, smiling at Kamaru, and knocked out cold. And it was out of nowhere. It wasn't like Masvidal was taking damage, getting beat the hell out of, then getting TKO'd. But I definitely think this is a really good KO. Great win from Usman. Moving on to number 2. This is where these get interesting. I think number 2 is, and number 1 will just reveal it right there. Corey Sandhagen's flying knee brutal out cold KO of Frankie Edgar. knockout, nasty KO. I rewatched all of these, by the way. Brutal KO, man. Brutal. Jeez. Brutal KO. Out cold, flatline KO. Flying knee that was set up and straight on the chin of Edgar. Out cold. And that needs to be mentioned. And yeah, it was an awesome KO. Brutal KO. Set it up. Edgar was pressuring him, landing good shots. Then Sanigan pulled back, flying knee on the chin when Edgar shot a takedown. Out cold, flatline KO. Ended Edgar basically because since then Edgar hasn't been looking great. We saw that against Marlon Vera. And yeah, that was also a good KO, Vera versus Edgar. I just wanted to mention that. But yeah, good KO, good win. Got the win. That was an awesome win. Set it up with the shots. Edgar was pressuring, pulled back, boom, knocked out knocked out Edgar out cold, brutal KO. And yeah, great win. I don't think it was the best though. Which, speaking of the best, you know it already. Also in Sanigan Edgar, you went from Sanigan, ended Edgar and his chin, and yeah, the main event, not main event, yeah, basically the main event. The one and only, and you know who it is. Ignacio Bahamondes. Brutal. I'm in the MMA group. I'm watching this video. Brutal KO, out cold, wheel kick to the chin, and he pushed a foot to around and turn around Roosevelt Robertson's head, out cold. Brutal KO. It kind of reminds me of like a Joaquin Buckley in a way, because Buckley got his viral KO, he did it, and they both lost in their debut. And the second fight was the glory one. Like Buckley lost to Holland, Bahamondes lost to McDessie, which was a very good fight. And yeah, brutal KO. Bahamondes after has blood dripping on his face. That was just brutal. Awesome highlight. Barboza SKO. It was just similar to that Barboza KO. I think better than Barboza KO. Like the kick wise was better than Barboza. The reaction from the other opponent was probably Barboza better because Terry Edom went out cold stiff. Roberts kind of like boop, boom. It was like he went to the side, bang, bang, like, and he kind of collapsed. But Edom was out cold. But the kick itself, Bahamondes is better. He's a beast. He's taking on somebody. Rongju. I think that is gonna be an easy win for him. Rongju's not that good. But yeah, Bahamondes gets it done. Brutal KO, out cold, and I think that's KO of the year. Get this man's trophy of KO of the year. Submission of the year. UFC is gonna be coming out tomorrow. And yeah, that's the end. Like, subscribe. No, woo. Honorable mentions. Blaze Lewis, of course, I said. Poirier McGregor was an awesome KO, but more so McGregor kind of like went down. It was more so of a TK. He was out cold for a second, I thought. And Poirier, it was more so of a TKO than anything. He wasn't out cold, really. Chris Barnett, John Volante's in there. Really good KO, but again, Volante wasn't out cold, fell on his head. Big shots from Barnett. Good celebration after that little front flip on his butt. McKinney for Volo was really good. Really good, but the follow-up shots kind of ruined it. He could have got a walk-off KO, you know. Nagano Miocic was good, but that was more so Miocic being delusional. Hit Nagano, thought he rocked him, went in. You should have saw what Nagano had, then go in, but right, he just went in. That was more of Miocic's mistakes there, and Nagano got off the truck hook. Bahamondes Roberts, of course. Namajunas Zhang Li. I don't give this really much credit because It was just a head kick. It was an awesome head kick. Not much head kicks this year, but it was good when Edgar Sanigan, Reyes Proskauman, and Kamaru Masvidal. Awesome, uh, awesome fights. And yeah, submissions will come out tomorrow. And the other ones I forgot to say, they were all good too. I do agree with that. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. End of the video. And yeah, this is what I think. Ignacio Bahamondes, KO of the year. And that's my top 5. Peace out. Woo!